game, with the exception of TV. Now, and I think it's been my understanding that there's an entity involved in our system that doesn't want to do it because it's probably a little more challenging. I don't know what part of the equation that people feel that's not positive for the good of the game and for the players who participate. I can't think of anything better than to have next game. I mean, I'm not in favor of adding 12, 10. You know, we already got the game to play the game. It's already available. So the only thing you do, you utilize the system we already have it.
And then after you make the decision, but you're still in Houston, and now you're like, okay, I'm leaving your most.
So I got great ideas. Somebody wants to listen to
me. Yeah, give us some more. Give us some more.
I'm full of it.
Like immediately after, like, okay, I'm transferring going forward.
How do you feel about them changing potentially changing the NBA draft or age limit from 19 to 18? Do you think that have an effect on your recruiting in college basketball as a whole?
Well, right now, as I understand it, I mean, first, anytime you give kids an opportunity to realize their dream, that's all positive. Realistically, when you look at the statistics, and the stats will answer all the questions you ask me. So I think sometimes what happens in life, we all have opinions. With our statistical analysis, is back up with our opinions. So I'm gonna try to be as factual as I can. The statistics say that you got 500 positions in the NBA. Okay, and about 25 of them are guys who make it a year, and then there's 23%, as I understand, of guys who are drafted in the second round will maybe be in the league 2 years. Okay. Now, so what I don't want to do, Coach, is dang a false character. It's not going to be ethical. And I think that we got to be careful with what's going on in the public basketball. I think about it. We got a portal going. We got 450 kids that did not pick up a scholarship. So you got 1,800 kids with their name in draft. 450 don't get drafted. You look at football. You had about 4,000 kids in football. 42% of them didn't get a scholarship. So now you're sitting there looking at probably, let's say, almost 2,000 kids now because of the portal. Now, when you think about the 450 kids who were in the summer league and maybe playing for 50 spots, now of that one left, how many of those kids have graduated and got degrees? Okay, and now you got the overtime league. You got kids can go straight from high school to G League. So we're creating an atmosphere here where it adversity is affecting a whole group of youngsters. Now, and I don't want to make it racial out of this, but I guarantee you of that 2,000 football and basketball, probably 98% of those kids are African American. So my point is, in the statistics, so what's going on with the other two rounds? Those guys who are trying in the first and second round, only a fourth of them, maybe a little over a fourth, are having an opportunity to realize their dream. And then when you think about it, the 200 or so kids who put their name in the draft for
what would you have to roll the team have to do? You as an individual or as a team?
You know, to early goals, and you got about 60 or 70 of them to put their name in there. So they, what are they doing? You know, now they don't have opportunity to go back to school, they don't have education, and so they put themselves in a situation. My point is that I think for the good of college sports, we need to all come together, all interested parties, and let's come up with a formula that we think that helps people realize the opportunity, not only as athletes, but as young men and young women from a system. So my point of view is that I'm just concerned as where we are and where we're going, not that I'm being critical, because I think what happens is when you start acting by your opinion, we all got it. You know, and so for me, not to be respectful of that person who maybe needs their son to go and make fun for them. It'd be hypocritical of me to be not respectful of them. So what I'm saying is, when you start talking about before the draft, you got to look at the whole big picture and to see where we're going, and is that really good for the young men who are participating? And I want to not give people false hope, but I don't have to have an opinion in this deal. The statistics speak for themselves, and I'm for any time a youngster can have an opportunity to improve and have a better way of life. I'm not that self. I've enjoyed it life, a lot of it because of the young men who are coached. I want to make sure we protect them and we create an atmosphere where everybody's informed. If they elect to do that, so be it. But I feel like there's a lack of information available, for our guys, because everybody's chasing that dream, and they're looking for that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. You can't find the rainbow and there's no pot. So my point to you, I want to be factual and give them information. Then they make an informed decision for what to do, and I can live with whatever decision individual made. But I think as an entity, sports, we need to make information available so people can make informed decisions.
Thanks.
Do you think the portal will slow down because COVID, extra years, expire?
I don't think COVID has anything to do with it.
I'm saying the extra years for the players.
That was only one time, so we don't. I don't think that's an entity. No, because they're not going to do that every year. They don't have COVID every year. But realistically, let's deal with what we know, facts and the situation. I think that should be something that needs to be.
Coach, you're no stranger to the international prospects.
Excuse me?
You're no stranger to international prospects. How has Baba Miller integrated into the team so far?
Well, he's very talented student, but he's a youngster. He's trying to 18, 19 years old. And I'm sure that most first-year guys go through periods of adjustment. He seems to be having less adjustment because he's extremely skilled and talented. He's only practiced like 5 or 6 days with the playing half a year because he come into fall and he's recovering from setbacks, which we all have those in the same. That little bruise, good structure, but now he's back since. And he only had 6 days of practice. I'm very pleased with what I'm seeing at this point.
When you look at the ACC right now, you're one of only 3 coaches that was hired before 2010. Just kind of how have you seen this league kind of change, and what does it look like now?
Well, I don't think anybody goes in the game because how old is that coach now on that bench, and how much experience the guy got on this bench? That's not really a factor. Maybe it's a conversation. From my standpoint, I see it in the media. If I don't come out of the locker room and go sit on the other coach's bench by mistake, because I don't know where I am, I'm gonna hang on anyway. I don't hunt, I don't fish, I don't dog. I love what I do. I do gospel music and I do coach basketball. So with that said, I'm not really sure the first year guys that come in, the more experienced guys, have anything really to do with the game much because older guys make mistakes and show some of the inexperienced guys. It's going to be adjusted. I don't have to play against the coaches. I play against the players.
Leonard, all the changes you've seen in the last 5 years in college sports make you love it any less?
I think it's more challenging now than it has been because there's a little inconsistency with how we've set some of our rules, especially the portal, how effect that's going to have, and who knows what effect the NIL is going to have. We'll know when we get more statistics and see how that goes. But I think that the landscape is changing a lot because of the polls, which is not improved. Polls four rounds of being drafted. I'm concerned that we're not giving kids enough information to make sound decisions. That's my biggest concern.
Whose responsibility is it to then give them that information? You mentioned that when he asked about the age of the NBA. Is it up to the coaches? Is it up to the individual players?
I think it's almost virtually impossible for the coaches to give that information because we only dealing with a limited number of prospects. I think it has to be the powers. I'm talking about the NABC, the NCAA. I think there needs to be information gathered to give guys information where they make the decisions. And we have a whole track record of facts. But it's almost like coaches are afraid that if we say anything too much about kids not having opportunities, that's a negative. But when you really, really care about people who you're responsible for, then you'll just tell the truth. You don't have to make anything up, but it doesn't need to come from the coaches. I think there's people who hierarchy of basketball need to understand the importance. Like in every other walk of our life, if you're taking your child to the doctor, you want to know to get a heart transplant. You want to have the history, not only of what the operation is about, but also about the guy who's doing the operation. We're just not giving out the information. I mean, and I said earlier, I don't know whether you were here or not. You got 400 kids put their name in the portal. They don't have a way to go there. You got 43% of the 4,000 football players put their name in the portal. They don't have scholarships. That's not good for anybody. And I'm saying, and then I don't want to get into, those kids who are trying to get to the NBA before they physically are ready. Because you want those kids to have those opportunities to realize their dreams, but you want them to make informed decisions. And right now, why are we not assimilating the information? I mean, I don't think anybody's responsible. I just think it's one of those things that we haven't thought about. And we all enjoy a nice life because of the youngsters that we are coaching, that we have an obligation to protect them with information so that they make wise decisions.
I was going to ask you about another guy in the ACC